Join us for the Volkswagen T-Roc R. Let's go! That was already 80. In the front, the T-Roc R receives stronger lower spoilers to make it distinguishable to the normal models. Headlamps also come with LED. You can see here the daytime running light is here in a vertical way in the lower end. Also, special front grille, but this one here is actually closed with this structure, and it still has the old VW logo, the Golf 8 and the ID3. Those are the two ones that get the new logo. But this one, although it's a new model, still has the old logo. Same goes for the R model in the rear. We'll soon experience that. The length is at 4 meters 23, 13 foot 9 or 166 inches. And usually a T-Roc is 2 centimeters higher than the Volkswagen Golf. But here with the standard sport suspension, they put it 20 millimeters or 2 centimeters lower again. And also the DCC, which is optional, the adaptive suspension, that is also then lower. So interesting construct, putting it higher, but then putting it lower again for the sports version. Yeah, I mean, they do share some platform parts also with the Golf, and on the inside a little bit more with the Polo. We'll soon experience that. 18 to 19 inch wheels. Those ones are the optional 19 inch wheels here for the T-Roc R. And also 17-inch brakes. Those ones are actually standard. They're taken from the Golf Performance Pack, from the Golf R Performance Pack. The only difference is in the Golf R Performance Pack, they also have holes in discs. Here they don't. Then the R logo right there. You still get those plastic claddings here at the wheel arches. I think that's good because you still see it's a crossover or an SUV, because the sports versions often have those painted wheel arches, and I think it's a little bit more fitting like this. You can also get a black contrast roof right there if you like, but I think the way it is right here is a little bit more elegant. But you can see this top wing is definitely stronger than in the base version. Also some sporty design elements in the lower part, especially right there. One big difference to the Golf R. Here you can also have a towing hook, which is not possible with the Golf R because of how the diffuser is integrated in the lower part. You always get 4 exhaust tips. And they're real, also in the base version. This one is the optional Akrapovic exhaust, 3,500 euros, well, almost 4,000 euros extra. I think it's 3,800 in Germany, for example, to be exact. So yes, heavy in price, but it will, of course, boost the sound. This is the 2-liter TSI turbo petrol engine in the R version with 300 horsepower, 400 Newton meters of torque, and 4.8 seconds is the acceleration figure, 0 to 100 kilometers or 62 miles an hour. And that's really very close to the Golf R, so the Golf R is a little bit faster only. And the Haldex clutch system for the all-wheel drive, that means front-wheel drive dominant and optional or on demand, maximum of 50% distribution front-rear. They changed it here a little bit in comparison to the normal T-Roc. I'll soon tell you more about that in the driving part. And in the driving part, I will also tell you more about how does it relate to a Golf R, how does a Cupra Ateca feel towards it. That will be very interesting when we drive this car very soon. standard Volkswagen key. Oh, with an R logo, at least. 2 R logos. Nice. Then, door closing sound. Yeah, that's solid. Here you can also see this is the blind spot monitor. We won't focus on assistance systems today, but rather on driving and the driving part. Therefore, optional blind spot monitor available. The AEB, autonomous emergency brake, is a standard equipment, and of course adaptive cruise control you can also get. Then you can get different decor elements. This would rather fit to the lapis blue outside color, maybe not to the gray here, but it's also available in different colors if you like that. Hardpack at the inside of the doors, that's a downside. The Golf is better in that respect, so the interior is rather Polo, whereas a lot of other technology features are rather Golf. Reasonable door pockets, that's cool. So really for big bottles also suitable. R entry badge, and of course aluminum pedals as it's supposed to be. Then you also have the R steering wheel with the flat bottom and the R logo. Active info display, so the digital cockpit is standard. And to the infotainment screens, more details very soon. The seats here, sport seats special with fabric on the inside. Some grey Alcantara inserts right there, beautifully done. And also sustainable and animal free, those seats. The outside then is leatherette. Really cool, that's the best choice you can go for at the moment. So, I mean, yeah, there's nothing more to say. It's beautiful visually and actually also offers some decent comfort. And they're really keeping you tight. Shoe tap. And yes, manual seats here. That's always good because then you can pump it up, y'all. Yeah, way to go. But, you know, quite easy system, and it's really comfortable. And the biggest advantage here for the T-Roc is you have a more upright seating position, SUV or crossover alike. That's better than in a Golf. So the main advantage for the T-Roc here, if you compare it to the Golf R, for example. And then those seats, they also fit for taller drivers, but then again, they keep you really tight without giving you the feeling that you cannot move. So to me, they're exactly right. 1.86 or 6'1", and it still leaves a lot of headroom. You can also get the panoramic roof for the T-Roc if you like one, also here for the R, of course. Interior overview, everything is really kept simple and easy to understand. Infotainment unit, either 6.5 inch, a smaller one, or this one bigger, 8 inch. This is the maximum size. You still have those knobs for volume or for zooming in and out in GPS. And I think it's really good because in the Golf, for example, you get the 10 inch without the buttons, and this can be actually more helpful. Soon more details also to this system. Then the steering wheel again with the sporty look, has a good size as well. Digital instruments are standard. And what else? You can easily access here the AC unit, so that's cool. Still manual. I like it when it's just kept simple as that. As for that, then a lot of hardback materials. That's what I don't like. Yeah, that's one downside. But again, it's easy to understand. Infotainment system here. It's actually quite nice for the sound. So really decent sound, like that. And also the integration of the Apple CarPlay is actually well done. You can always go back to the normal car menu like this. You also have special performance gauges here, not only off-road, but also here, for example, sport. They have a performance monitor right there, so that's nice for the G-forces, for example. And special here, you can put an ESC Sport, for example, to use the launch control, or you can put ESC completely off. You don't have a separate button like in the Golf R, but you can do it over the menu, at least when you're standing still, for example. So here we go. The map does not flicker in real life. It's just on camera at the moment. Even when adjusting the shutter, it's hard to shut that off. Then those digital instruments have the advantage that here you can have flexible view. For example, when you have the map here on this side, and when you have the map then on the other side again, then it appears just like this, sadly. But you can also have, for example, Apple CarPlay info or the driving data and so on in here, or another digital speedometer. Rear compartment, here we go. We also have a sporty setup. Of course, hardback here. Then we have darker inserts right there. And the seats also feature the Alcantara inserts, so that's also beautiful styling for the rear seats. And the question is, can you use this one as a good primary vehicle? For example, as for the rear legroom and so on. And you see it does exactly fit here for 4 tall adults. I can sit here. Also headroom-wise, no problem. And it's actually, quite decent, quite cozy. T-Roc, by the way, in general, built in Portugal. Same counts also for the T-Roc R. Then electric hatch is available with flipping the logo, and it's 445 liters of space and very well usable. You can put up this cover here, by the way. There it is, nice function. You can have a spare tire if you like. There's an even loading sill right there. Welcome to Thomas's Driving Lounge with the Volkswagen T-Roc R. So, what we're going to do first? Launch control? Okay. So, we go to Car, Settings, then we set the ESC to ESC Sport. Then we need the Sport shifting lever, pull it back, or we can also go to the race mode. Then we're also in this SO. And the Sports exhaust is also more active. And then I run to the road just very quickly, hit the brakes with my left foot and hit the throttle with my right foot, and then see how that 4.8 seconds to 1 kilometers or 62 miles an hour will play out. Let's go. There it is. That was already 80. Wow. Yeah, I mean, at the first try I maybe like need to hammer it a little bit more through, and then it got active. Then you also see it in the screen in this standard equipment. Active info display, launch control activated. So yeah, first try. And then wow, that was pretty cool. So what they did with the all-wheel drive here is also, when there's a launch control program, so much power is sent to the rear wheels, maximum 50%. But also in normal all-wheel drive distribution, they have changed some parameters here. Usually, the power is transported to rear wheels if there's any wheel spin in the front. And here they do it before there's a wheel spin or slip, and they anticipate the situations by, throttle and steering input and so on. And this makes the car a little bit more agile, as we can, for example, also feel here. Wow, good acceleration here up the road. Yeah, Jonas way to go. Performance monitors with the G-forces. Progressive steering wheel, don't have to turn in that much, can keep both hands at the steering wheel. 7-speed DSG, doing a good job. And this Akrapovic optional exhaust, definitely also giving us some sounds note. And this DSG file, which is not that spectacular as it was before, since the new WLTP upgrades. Oh, we have to be careful right here. Always take most care to animals and cyclists. So, and way to go up here. Yes, nice. So, I mean, you feel that the front axle gets a little bit light because it's predominantly front-wheel driven. Yes, that's of course. But there's not much understeer because we also have that all-wheel drive. And wow, the drive also up the hill is really spectacular. The handling is very neutral, very agile. Yeah, and I've got all the power from the 300 horsepower I need when I go out of the corners. So that's a lot of fun. And the roads are also quite good here. And what a spectacular landscapes. Wow. Beautiful. So this is pure Autogefühl fun here to drive. Also good on the brakes was from those 17-inch special bigger brakes, which are also from the Golf R Performance Pack. Wow, this is really a lot of fun. If you ask me, at the end of the day, Golf R, T-Roc R, Cupra Ateca? That's a tough question. I think I would take the Cupra Ateca because it feels like, this elaborate SUV, but you have good comfort and raciness. And between this one and the Golf R, I mean, this is a really good car, so no doubt about that. But probably I would still pick the Golf R to have the real Golf R experience. And as I said, I felt that the DCC in the Golf R has the better setup somehow. and I'm not too happy about the materials here for a car then with options that is still about 50k. However, this one also almost 2,500 euros cheaper than the Golf R. That speaks for this car. And again, this upright seating position with the nice sport seats, that would speak for this one. So then at the end of the day, the question is what's more important to you? Presented those different aspects here, and you have to just figure out what are the main aspects then for you. I could just stress again, well, rolling or attacking the hill, going uphill, downhill. This is all really perfect. Yeah, just fuel consumption wise, that one is also a problem right here. So even if we were driving slower earlier, we had sometimes like 12 liters or more kilometers without attacking anything. It's like, what? Why? And we'll keep you updated throughout the ride here and also towards our conclusion if this one will change. But that's also something to look out to. So really cool driving experience. I hope you enjoyed it here with us. What a beautiful scenery here near Grasse, the famous city where a lot of perfumes are being created in southern France. And well, unlucky for us today that it's not a real sunny day, but we still had a pleasant day here with the T-Roc R. It's a very fun car, very agile to drive, very neutral in the handling. That was very cool. Yeah, the DCC could have been a little bit more comfortable to me. Maybe you feel different about that. But I found the setup in the Cupra Ateca or in the Golf R a little bit better, for example. And those are to me also the big competitors. And they all somehow come close. The Ateca is a little bit bigger, a little bit more elaborate, I would say. And the Golf R a little bit more low-sitting, a little bit sportier. This is then something in between. And maybe that's exactly the right thing for you. Or maybe you check again the driving part, what I thought about the difference between those three vehicles. Exterior-wise, it doesn't scream out too much, so it's still elegant for this compact SUV or crossover with some R accentuations, definitely. Interior, also pretty clean and easy to learn, easy to use. I think it's also the problem that you don't have the biggest infotainment screen. Here you still have those knobs, it's actually quite handy. Yeah, it's a little bit letting us down that although the price is quite high already, we still got those Polo-like interior with the hard pack and so on. This is definitely a flaw of this vehicle. Other than that, the package is also quite good, and you can use this one here easily as a primary vehicle in your everyday driving life with having a little bit more spiced up fun. So what do you think about the T-Roc R here for today? Please leave us your comments and subscribe if you haven't done so far. Please also join us next time.